Hi, I'm Amanda and you're watching the Reading and Writing Life. We're gonna look at my journal. I did a video about this new book journal, reading journal, whatever you wanna call it, a few weeks ago maybe. I will link that up here. And I am going to be updating it. I got to the end of another, this is how it works really quickly if you haven't seen that video. I just keep up with the books that I read, and when I fill up the page, then the next page is pictures of all the covers of the books that I read, and then they are kind of highlighted in the color that goes along way back here at the beginning, that goes along with the genre that they're in. So I have finished another, let me get my thing out of the way. I've finished another page, and so none of this has been highlighted yet. I don't ever highlight it as I'm doing it. So today I'm going to go through and highlight all of this. I'm going to print out all the pictures and put them on here, and I'm going to set up my next page because I've actually already read a few books and I need to get them put on this page. So if you would like to join me, let's go. Okay, I'm sorry about this cord being in the way, but this was the best way I could think of to show you my book. So these are all the books that I read, or the last 30 books that I read. This would be the end of June, finishing up June. The rest of June is over here, the beginning of June. This is the end of June, and what I do next is I get all of my colors from here, which they're really just colors that I keep in a jar all the time because I use them the most. I just went through and picked out my favorite ones, and that's how I come up with my colors. So what I'm gonna do first is I highlight the book number over here. You can see how I do it. Let me find one. So I highlight the book number over here, and then I highlight the genre with the same color. I just like there being color on both pages. Otherwise, one page has no color on it, and I like the color better. So I think this one is pretty colorful. There seems to be a good mix of genres. That's kind of how you can tell how my reading has been going. This is almost all just fantasy and romance, it looks like, with a sci-fi thrown in. Sorry, my computer is making noises. So we will do this right quick. I don't know how well you can see this, but I have a couple of graphic novels on here, and I don't have graphic novels over here. And these are actually nonfiction graphic novels, so I'm gonna put it down as the nonfiction color. I just don't read a lot of graphic novels, and so I didn't have a color for them. Although I hope to read more in the future. If you watched my wrap up, you know that I ended the month with a ton of romance, so that should not be surprising. Oh, and I missed one more. Okay, and that is all I do for the ones that I've read. And then I will keep these markers out here because I'm going to use them in a minute after I get all the books. So what I do to print the books is I print on one side, and then I flip the paper over and print the other side, and you can see they don't overlap the way they're done. I could print them on the same side, but I just don't. It doesn't, because the thing that I use, that spark thing, always, you can't see it, it's too bright, but it always puts a little watermark down here, and so if I print it over there, it would print over some of my stuff. So I just print it on each side, and now I'm gonna go through and cut them out. Okay, so I have them all cut apart here. And what my plan is, what I usually do, well, first of all, that's going to go in the recycling. Let me just scoot that over. Sorry about that. Okay, so what I usually do is just start to lay them out. And the way it works, so there's 30 books here, or there should be. I actually have a couple of extra books because I can print out 32 books. So I printed out 2 books that are actually going to be at the top of this page that I've already finished, but I haven't, but they don't go on here because it's only these books, but I didn't want to lose that space. So what I start doing is I just start laying them out, and for the most part, it fills up. There's 4 lines where you can kind of see it, like right here. There's 3 lines of 4 and 1 line of 3 on each page. That way there's 15 on each page. And I don't really pay attention to genres or anything like that at first. I'm just sticking things in here. Now, if I know that I have a series that then I want them to all be together. Like right over here, at the end of last month, I just binged 7 books in the same series. And also the Mistborn series was all part of this page. So I put that trilogy together. I did Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares went together. So if it goes together, then I put them together. But when I'm first putting them out, and I'm pretty sure that I don't have anything that go together like that over here. This one I think is for next time. I don't actually know what's for next time. I need to look and see. This one's not. It's Murder at the Marina and Hidden Figures. Okay, so Hidden Figures is for next time. Let's see. Oh, I do have March book 1 and 2 that I want to put together. Because they go, this book goes next time. Okay, so I don't, like I said, I don't put them in any kind of order, except I just get them all laid out here, and then I can decide what I want to do and how I want to move them around. Oh, and I take this little clip. I forgot to do this already. Most of the time I forget. I take this clip and I just clip all of the pages together, which will hold this down a lot more and make it lay flatter so that they don't go flying everywhere while I wait to stick them in place. So I make sure book 1 and 2 are together right here. The rest of them can just kind of go any kind of way in any kind of direction. And when I'm ready to actually glue them down, I might turn some of them so that they're, like just not exactly center or whatever. And there we go. That's all that I do. Okay, once everything has been glued down, then I do exactly the same thing that I did on the page before, and I look at the colors, I look at the book, and I do like a drop shadow kind of thing. You'll see right here, I just do the right side and the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. And it just lines up with the color that I used for the genre. So I just like it. There's no real reason for it. I just like how it looks. So I have to turn my book all kind of directions. So hopefully you can see all of this and it doesn't make you drunk. Okay, that's it. I got them all stuck down in here, and I know some of the corners pull up because I don't get my tape right to the edge, and that is not a problem after a few days because, as you can see, once it gets squished down in the book, it's just not an issue anymore. So after they're all in here and stuck down, I go to the next page and start setting up the next thing. And I am changing a little bit over here that I was tracking. So I was tracking if I had done a review on Goodreads, if I had saved it on Goodreads, if I had written a review, if I had saved a picture of it, if it was an old author or a new author, and if I had recorded my review about it. And I'm changing that to just mark down, have I done a Goodreads? Have I done a StoryGraph? Because now I have a StoryGraph account. And so I just want to make sure that I have placed my review in both places. And then do I have a picture of it? Because the picture matters when I'm trying to print it out and when I'm talking about it in my videos. But that is how I'm going to be tracking it now. So now I just get my ruler and my pen, and I will show you to make the lines. So I'm using a Papermate Inkjoy. Let's see if I can get it up here to you. Okay, I'm using the 0.7 for the lines because it's thicker, and then the 0.5 to do all my writing in here because it's thinner. So I'm going to get my ruler and get going. Okay, so that's all done, and then you'll notice the last thing that I do, let me flip over here, is you can see there's like a line in between all the names. It's because it's hard to see these dots when you don't have them drawn out. So I use a gray, it's called, what color? Yeah, just gray mild liner, and I use the pointy end. It has this kind of highlighter on it, and then it also has a pointy one, and I just use the pointy end, and I just start and draw straight across. I don't use a ruler, I just use my hand. Sometimes it's straight, sometimes it's really crooked. I don't care. By the time I have everything written in there, you can barely see it anyway. I just need something to delineate all the different lines, and so that is what I do. How unsatisfying that my phone cut out right at the very end of that, but that's it. It's all done and it's all set up and ready to go for the next time. So once I get this filled up with 30 books, I'll be back here to see you again and see what I read and update my reading journal. That is it for my reading journal update. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.